Oh, we live.
Oh,
Uh,
hello everybody.
what's going on, world? Welcome to Live with Bernie and Boogz. Today we have a special edition. Bernie is away right now. He is currently going to Jamaica. But we got a special guest today. We got the Mega Monkey Man in the building. Say what's up
Yes.
to the people.
Hello. My real name is Jacob George Santiago, age 11. He his.
He's the Monkey Man. He knows all about the monkeys. Gonna put you guys on. And also, we got a special guest today. We got the real Frank Wiener. I don't know if you guys heard about the real Frank Wiener, but we got him in the building. But before we get to the real Frank Wiener, we got to get into the Mega Monkey Man.
Mhm.
Tell the people how you became the Mega Monkey Man.
Okay, I'm not really the Mega Monkey Man, but the real Mega Monkey Man. Well,
So
Mega
it's like a
Monkey.
whole story behind it.
Okay.
Break it down. Break it down.
So the real Mega Monkey woman
Whoa.
is Jane Goodall. Everybody should know that. And if you know what a monkey is this a monkey?
Mm-hmm.
I got shows.
You might have to turn it around, let people see who the real monkey is.
This is not a monkey.
Oh my God.
You see, this is a chimpanzee. They eat monkeys.
Speak to him.
This is a horrid monster, but a great evolution. But great in the evolutionary chain due to the fact that they created humans. Well, not exactly, but some of them created humans. Mostly, but we in our races, Homo sapiens and Homo erectus, created humans. All our good ancestors.
You guys heard it first here. That's how humans were created.
And a Homo erectus also shares same ancestors with Neanderthals.
I don't even know how to spell that word. Only the Mega Monkey Man.
Me too. I don't know how to spell many words.
But you know more than I know, Mega Monkey Man.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the whole Mega Monkey thing about? Like, explain this whole world.
You
how
just like monkeys.
That's it?
Yeah.
So like a love and passion for them?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So did you ever get a chance to meet one in person?
No.
No, not yet?
No.
I'm pretty sure you went to the zoos and stuff like that.
I went to a zoo, but I never thought I'll have a deep sensation of love with monkeys.
So you think that you're gonna be able to carry this throughout the rest of your life? The monkey love?
Probably.
There comes with a lot of responsibilities. You have to figure out how to,
I don't want to get a monkey in my house because they're very childish.
I heard. I actually want a monkey. I'm not gonna lie.
You want a monkey?
I want a monkey. I that's like one of my dreams. I might be able to hold
it. So this is a monkey wearing a Hard Rock shirt that used to be on I forgot, a panda.
You heard that. The panda.
This shirt used to be on a panda, but you see an example of a monkey has a tail. Sure, it's not the most beautiful tail, but it's a tail. I got this at an airport for $20. Can you believe that? $20 for this?
That's expensive. But only the Mega Man can afford that.
And he can't even talk. What in the world?
Well, you guys heard it first from the Mega Man himself. Is he there? You want to let people know? So they have to be aware of anything when it comes to the monkeys and stuff like that.
All right.
Before we get the real Frank Wiener on, let the people know what's going on.
Okay, so can I tell you a real fact?
Tell them a real fact. Put them on.
Water's called water. Okay, so there's no monkeys in Florida except when you go to the zoo. That's your best bet. But I think you have to pay for a monkey and get a license, and that takes a lot of years. I think that's part of your college time. Really? So my thing is only see those crazy white people who actually get the monkeys.
Oh, we love the white folks.
Mhm. And when you see a monkey, don't be aggressive with it. Don't be a chimpanzee. No, you be.
No, you be.
No, you will be. If you be nice to a monkey,
what's gonna happen?
A good man. Don't be a chimpanzee and eat monkeys, but be a good man and pet monkeys.
Oh man, you was great. Thank you so much for that information today.
And remember everybody who's watching this. If you have different opinions about your color of your favorite color, don't be mad at the person who likes the color green.
Green is a dope color. I love it, especially money. Yeah. I love money, and money's green.
My favorite color is blue, but you shouldn't be upset that the other person doesn't like the color blue. So remember that.
Remember that, guys. You guys heard it first from the Mega Man. Thank you so much for coming through, sliding by on the show. We really appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, man.
Well, by my fellow Homo
Thank you.
sapiens.
And you guys heard it first. You guys didn't get no interview from the Mega Monkey Man nowhere else. I got that interview. You know what I'm saying? Now we about to get into the real Frank Wiener soon. You know what I'm saying? Got my bro Jay with me. Let's get it. Jay, what's poppin', brother?
What's going on? What's going on?
Ain't much be out here today.
Still playing here.
You know what I'm saying? Say what up to the world.
Salute,
You know what
salute.
I'm saying? We got the real Frank Wiener in the building.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, they gonna hold you. The real Frank Wiener's been out here making big moves. I don't think y'all really understand, yo. The whole weekend, everybody been showing him love. Everybody been giving the guy love. They want to know about him. What's up with the guy?
Yeah, he's out here. What he do is he basically, spread love.
It's love, man.
You know?
What's up, Wiener? How you feeling? You was up early today. What's the vibes like? You know what I'm saying? But yo, let's get into some topics today. And they say people kind of sit here and say like Nicolas Cage is not the GOAT. What do you think about that? I think he's the GOAT.
Cage is for sure the GOAT.
Why are you trying to play the guy?
There's no way they can.
I don't
They
understand
need,
it.
to, they need to relax. Because first of all, he's been in the game forever.
True.
Forever.
But
And,
do longevity make you a GOAT, or does it
not necessarily.
you know what I'm saying?
Because you can be making garbage
Right.
for a long
I
time.
honestly I haven't seen that much garbage of Nicolas Cage. Everything I see on Nicolas Cage, I love.
I mean, Face Off.
Face Off is awesome,
Come on.
bro.
That's
Face Off
like,
was crazy.
That's a wrap.
Face Off is my
Face
shit.
Off is a wrap.
That was
He
a
in
good
there,
movie.
you know what I mean?
Face Off was crazy. And then you got doing if you're not gonna call Nicolas Cage a GOAT, then it means you can't call John Travolta a GOAT.
Yeah, but he's.
I mean, yeah, yes, it's John.
I mean,
It's John
his
Travolta, but we're
lineup
not
is-
gonna. How can we? Nicholas did some really big roles too, bro. Like I feel like because he's not like his character's not like whatever that he doesn't get those recognitions like the other guys do. But he's definitely one of the GOATs.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And he could play a role. He got that.
he can switch it up.
He
He got
switch
that,
it up.
Yeah. He got the ability to switch it up. He could do anything. When it comes to he can even do comedy. But
That's
I
true.
seen the last one I seen was it was a movie called Pig.
Hey, I didn't see that one.
Amazing.
What was it
And
about?
after that, I resonated with him so much now that I got Frankie here.
Right.
He has a pig, right? The pig is a truffle pig. So the pig, it goes and he lives in the woods, and truffles are very expensive.
Right.
There's two ways they come from the ground or off the cliffs of like where the ocean's at.
Okay, I didn't know that.
They grow in scarce places.
Okay.
So this pig, he sniffs them out, and he sniffs out the best truffles. So
Wow.
it's a real high demand, and it's a real big market, very expensive market. So he has his pig. He lives out in the by himself, living off the land. They come and they steal his pig, and enough said. That's all I gotta say. He go all out for his pig.
He's not playing with that.
Yeah, and it was an amazing role.
I
People
gotta
didn't
watch
know
that
his
movie.
past life. He's living by himself because he's his past life, he was crazy. He was a
Right.
fighter,
He's into the
and
shit.
he was on some real like street fighting shit, whooping.
So
niggas'
it's the
ass.
name of the pig.
It's called Pig, yeah.
Pig.
And then he changed his life, went out to the woods and just relaxed with his pig, and they stole his pig, so he went all out to get his pig.
Nicolas Cage is in this.
I don't want to tell you the end.
Nah, don't tell me anything. I want to see it.
You
Let me
feel
ask you
me?
a question though, because what movies get me pissed off is like, is it very predictable to end?
No.
Okay, good. That's what I like because and he also played in another movie. I think it was called Run when he was like a governor or something like that.
Right.
I think just I don't
Was
know.
that Nicolas
I can't remember. It was Nicolas Cage in that movie, but
Right.
I just don't know the name of the. I can't remember the exact name of that movie. But he was like a governor or something like that in Louisiana or something like that. And they show all the funny stuff that goes on in politics and how that.
Oh, I think I know what you're
And
talking
he
about.
always got up and
Right.
ran like you know what I mean? Bro, that movie.
I know what you're talking about.
It's not like one of those movies that people are like, oh, you gotta go see, but that was definitely one of those movies you gotta see. Like, you know what I'm saying? And if you're not like open-minded for that type of, way, but they was bringing to you wouldn't like it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't one of those movies. And I feel like with Nicolas Cage, he brings that. He can give you that action, and give you the entertainment. He can give you the comedy. He can give you the realness. And he can give you the regular. So let's give him his flowers.
Right. I know.
Let's give Nicolas Cage his flowers. Give Nicolas Cage his flowers. You know what I'm saying? Real talk, man. Yo, but I mean, we out here in MIA, and yo, I ain't gonna hold y'all. Ultra this weekend was nuts.
Yeah, it was crazy.
It was crazy.
It
I
was
don't know if
crazy.
you guys heard about Ultra, but let people know a little bit about how Ultra was. Like, what is it? Because you told me about it. Because I didn't even understand the whole energy behind it. Like
Well,
this it's like, first of all, let me put you on. Ultra's a whole weekend of partying.
yeah,
They're partying
days.
right now.
3 days straight.
Like they don't stop partying. Like it's from Friday
Mhm.
until Sunday night, and literally these people are partying from sunup and sundown. It's kind of like a Woodstock in a way, but a little bit more different because it's a little more electric. You could say
Yeah,
electric music,
It's EDM.
EDM music,
hmm
and like not for nothing, just from being around there in that area and stuff like that, you might not even like that type of music, but because of the way they deliver it, the fireworks, the show, and
Feel it.
the way they presented, the loudness,
Feel the
the
vibes.
frequency, the energy, you'd be like, you would think that's your favorite song in the world. You're like,
And they only got 3 words.
they only got 3 words in the song. The 3 words should be "Don't die of drugs." That should be the song.
That's 4 words.
Yeah, it's 4 words. I'm about to make a song with that. I'm about to make a song like go do "Don't die of drugs."
Ready?
Don't die of drugs. It's definitely
Crazy.
drug inspired. I'm not gonna
Oh,
lie.
that's one thing I want to talk about.
Talk
Also.
about- talk
I
your
don't know
shit.
what kind of new drugs they got out there.
Yo,
I'm not
this is
gonna
not
lie.
good. It's bad.
Listen, I know there's some new drugs out there, and I know that we ain't up on it. I'm old, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to be 39 Tuesday.
Right.
So
We don't
it's
know
a
the
wrap
new
for that.
drugs.
We don't do none of, we
I
don't
won't
do
do none
new
of
drugs,
that.
old drugs, we don't do no drugs.
Marijuana, that's it.
Stay drug free out here. You hear, kids?
Right.
Drug free. So I don't know what they on out here, but I heard it's some pink powder, right? And the pink powder is kind of like it's like kind of like coke, get you up and then crashes and all of that. But I could clearly see it out there. Like
crashed.
people aren't they're not happy.
There
Like
wasn't.
that. They don't have happy drugs no more.
Mm-mm.
It's like these people look like pensive, like
Yo, they were
worried.
so pissed off. It was
They
crazy.
look like they were paying taxes. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
like they just lost all their
at
money.
a festival. I don't
Yo,
get it.
it was crazy. It was hype in the beginning, and then the end. I mean, tired is tired. But
yeah, I figured it.
But we on drugs. There's no tired when you're on drugs.
I don't know. Man.
These dudes came out like
this.
this. Like they was dead. Like
They
it was like
look
they didn't
stressed
want to. They didn't even want to say hi to the dog. You know what I'm saying? They're like, and usually everybody gives a Frank the love. Like you know what I'm saying? They wanted it was done.
And
whatever
they
drug
did,
they get was they crashed hard. These falling asleep on the streets. It
it's
was
the pink
bad.
powder.
Had to be the pink
It's the
powder, bro.
pink
Whatever the drug they was on was not jumping, and weed can't keep you up that much. So they wasn't on weed. I'll tell you that much. There was no weed in the air over there. I actually didn't smell no weed.
I didn't smell any.
I didn't smell that one blood.
And it was just
I mine. That was it.
Yeah.
That was it. There was
that we
it
were the
was
only one.
clear.
Facts.
Nothing but vapes. They got vapes in there.
Vapes.
Vapes
It's on
in there.
deck, full attendance.
Full of tennis. It was cartridges everywhere.
Vapes is lit out here.
Yo, it's crazy.
But
bro.
yeah, stay away from drugs, man. Them new drugs they
Just
not
stay
what
away
they
from
used to
It's
be.
not good.
I don't know what happened to the old school happy drugs where you were happy, loved everyone. You used to fill up on the wall like, oh, this is amazing. Like Puffy and give them to the Greek.
Oh, I didn't hear
the
that
wall when they smoked the Jeffrey.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
That was
I don't know what they're
hilarious.
on, guys. So you don't want to mess with that. You know what I'm saying? So yo, not for nothing, New York is getting a little crazy right now, especially with Adams. But you know what I mean, not rehiring the people, but giving entertainers their jobs back. You know, if they wasn't vaccinated. How you feel about that?
They're giving them their jobs back.
Then regular people can't get their jobs back. If you was unvaccinated and you had to leave work.
Oh yeah,
you're not being
that's
rehired.
crazy.
But Adams is allowing athletes and entertainers that stood up for not being vaccinated down now they can go back to work. So it's like a big
That
controversy.
just goes to show you. That just goes to show you who they consider important in this country. Like the people who make this country, operate and move. They don't consider them important enough to get their job back. These are people with families that they don't make athletes, but athletes are gonna be all right.
Yeah, they're gonna be all right.
They all gonna be all right. If you were an entertainer and you good, like for you to get your job back, but you got the regular working man and woman out here with families, and they went through all this chaos and disasters this year, last year. I mean, that's crazy how they can't,
and people just No, and I agree 100%. And honestly, a lot of people didn't take it. They were just sticking up for something they just didn't understand.
For real.
So
facts.
to be penalized for not understanding what coming your way.
I didn't get vaccinated.
That's not, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. I didn't get.
And you're
you?
fine. You know what I'm saying?
Did you get vaccinated?
I leave it disclosed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't. I'm unclothed.
I
I'm
leave it-
unclothed, clothed heavily, whatever clothes. I did not get it.
He's out with it. You know what I'm saying?
It just makes no sense because I remember in the beginning when they were talking about even the thought of a vaccine, them being able to actually make one in time, right? Everyone, even Fauci, everyone said I would never take that. The
Right.
president of the United
Right.
States said even if they did make one, I would not take that because
Facts.
you know
You don't know
these
what's in
things
there.
go through years and
Of
decades
testing.
of trial and
experiment,
you
trials.
can't just take something out of the no.
And
that
then-
could be worse.
What made me a little bit more weird because they said, "Oh no, this has been tested for a little while." But I'm like, "How you guys test something that just happened out of nowhere?" Supposedly, so it's a lot of things
We
that
don't
they.
believe you.
Yeah, I don't
need
believe
more
you, man.
people.
It's really crazy. It's really crazy in this world right now. Like especially with this agenda they got going on. We all can speculate, but it's like at the end of the day, we don't really know. I just don't feel comfortable with what they sending out. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. We don't say we try to figure out the Ukraine and Putin shit. We sit there and bust our heads all over that shit and trying to figure out. And honestly, at the end of the day, it's just evil versus evil.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? We could say this, we could say try to be on one side, the other side. Niggas is all foul.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? They just all foul. You know what I'm saying? But it's just it's sad, man. I honestly can say I don't know what tomorrow's gonna bring.
Yeah, it's
really don't know.
So every year they're making it to where it's something new. Now look, where did COVID go? We're at a war. We're in war right now.
We didn't hear about it.
Where COVID has disappeared. It
Barely
took a
hit.
hiatus for the
Yeah,
war.
let me chill out right
you
now.
know?
The war's lit right now. Let's do this handle this war situation.
And it's crazy that people had to choose between their job, their
beliefs in
longevity
jobs.
with their family, feeding their family, and their health. You know, I mean, that's out of control to make somebody to have to choose like that. Like, they say it's a free country, but how free is it if they putting a gun to your head in one side and a knife to your chest in the other, and you gotta pick one. It's crazy.
Crazy world we in, man. You know what I'm saying? I think the Mega Monkey Man, he's gonna save the day in like 20 years.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yes.
He's gonna save the day in like 20 years.
We
need him and the real Frank Winter to fix this whole shit up.
Yeah.
Because this shit is bugged out right now, especially with Kanye tripping out on this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? What's your weight on how Kanye handle everything?
This is how Frank feel right here.
Facts.
Right here.
And again, follow the real Frank Wiener when you guys get the chance. Follow the real Frank Wiener. And also, but tapping back into, this nonsense with Kanye. How do you think Kanye's handling this breakup? You know what I'm saying? As a man in the public and handling the public. And we see this nonsense all day long. It's kind of like a poison that we kind of got to talk about it. You know what I mean? It's like, as a man that dealt with women and relationships, has children, how do you feel as an entertainer and even being a real one? How would if you was Kanye, how would you handle the situation? Honestly, let's go there first. If you was Kanye in this situation,
I mean,
for what we know, because we don't know all this shit. Because that's why another thing I hate too. The media likes to get involved and they put their stuff out there for that. So it is what it is. But it's part of the game. But yeah, I think that shit gets. The media should not be a part of your family.
That's a fact.
I don't feel like the media should have my say so, your say so shouldn't even matter. But the fact that you're calling on us and saying, making posts like, "Oh, you see this," and like using that as a strategy for your relationship, it's a little weird to me. Like, you know what I mean? And I know with celebrity life, you gotta have certain things, but if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna try to keep it like a Jay-Z, like quiet.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Or like I don't even know if I would go.
That's the thing, see, because when you're in that position, the thing is, Kanye's been very vocal forever about him and the paparazzi and cameras and all of that. He really he's calmed down a lot, but he's always felt like there's a time and place for everything. Stalking him is basically what they did. So he used to be very vocal, and he got slapped a few cameras out of paparazzi's hands. But you got to come to a point when your wife her life is being recorded and You gotta know, you gotta be conscious and know that these things, your kids and all of that, you having kids with this woman, you married this woman, that no matter how much you try not to be in the public, that you're going to be.
Yeah.
It's inevitable. So you start making moves
To protect
to
that.
right to now manipulate what the media and the people outside of your immediate circle feel, because you have to.
Right.
Because if not, then things will just spiral out of control at that point. So you have to. It's like you're forced to. So I mean, also I feel like he's a little narcissistic. He like you know what I'm saying. He a part of him does need that. He's so used to it, and that he needs that.
He kind of needs that attention. And
Right.
The
It just so
validation
happens
from
that
all
this
is-
situation is not the one he was.
Right. So you now if you're on the Pete side of the fence, how you think he's dealing with it?
I mean, Pete. Honestly, my opinion is disrespectful. Pete
Okay.
is disrespectful, and as a man, right, and as the type of man I am, and my family, anybody around me could attest that. I know, and they know how I would react to a situation, and it would be very, very ugly. My son's mother won't even ever put me in that position. She
Right.
will never let anybody violate. I don't care what the circumstances is.
Right.
You don't do that. You don't post on social media. We got kids. Those are my kids.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Eventually, somehow, some way, we gotta have some type of privacy.
As a man, I would never disrespect. Even if he publicly disrespected me, I wouldn't do it publicly. I wouldn't do something like that. I would literally, see him in person.
Right.
For sure.
Handle
100%. And people would, and check this out. People would know that I did. It would eventually come out that I did, even if it's years later, right? And guarantee he would have got more respect for that.
Yeah.
Than that little post he did with laying up with your girl. It's disrespectful.
It's corny.
The man has kids with this woman. Like, keep it, you know what I'm saying?
Keep it respectful.
Right.
Even if the other person acting belligerent.
Right, because you gotta understand, his emotions is a lot deeper than yours. This is a girl that you just started messing with, you know what I'm saying? And you're just stepping into this relationship. You can step out any time, which we all know is gonna happen.
Right.
Eventually.
Right.
So let's be real. I don't know, man. I feel like
it's crazy.
He violated.
It's really tough. And I mean, I've been through some shit with with my lady, and of course everybody go through breakups and back with whoever you're dealing with. And to have a public breakup when you're hurting is tough, especially someone you're married, you got kids with. Yes, you guys are both such influences out here, and the heartbreak he's going through is terrible. I mean, and not saying that it's justifying him his behaviors and all that, but I feel for him. I definitely do. But at the end of the day, you have enough resources to get the real deal help for this. You just choosing not to. You're just choosing not to. You're choosing to deal with your feelings in this way for whatever reason you're choosing. And that part I don't agree with, because the kids are here. So that's my take on him, and leave him alone. We're gonna spin off to the Pusha T. Did you hear the Pusha T diss track on McDonald's? Because he wrote the McDonald's.
Oh, I heard about it. I did not listen.
Let's go.
I would love to.
I'm about to put it on right now.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's hit the push. This is crazy. Mind you, he's working for Arby's now. And he wrote the original McDonald's.
Arby's?
He did it for
We
Arby's.
got the meat? Now we got the meat, twin.
I want to put it down.
Oh my God.
I think Pusha T.
I mean, if anybody's going to bring that place back to life, it's got to be him, right? You got the
This
meat.
is the spicy fish dish.
Let's see.
You go play it.
I'm the reason the whole world love it. Now I gotta crush it. Filet your fishes. Then you should be disgusted. How dare you sell a square fish, asking us to trust it? A half slice of cheese, Mickey D's on a budget. Arby's crispy fish is simply it. With lines round the corner, we might need a guest list. Eggs is stage left, the sandwiches taste fresh. A little cube of fish from a clown is basic. This argument is baseless. Drowned in tartar, that filet o fish is tasteless. See, Arby's only deals in the greatness. I bet the house on it like it's fake.
That's a fact.
Look, I could sell water to a well. How could you ever think I'd fail? Yeah, the crispy fish sandwich blazing trails. The mother clown's just too frail. Yeah, if you know me and you know me well, our fish is gonna tip that scale.
This is a paid advertisement brought to you by the unrivaled, the unparalleled Arby's.
Yo, they just came with all this road.
That's out of control. Like, this is what we doing?
That's what we doing.
Don't get it twisted. I love it. Who would have ever thought, right? 20 years ago that, you know what I'm saying, hip hop would have it to where Arby's and McDonald's is beefing.
Man,
Like this track for that's great. All we
but
need is
I think
Ronald.
Popeye sparked that though. The chicken
they
sandwich.
did. That was
chicken-
spicy.
The
That was
spicy chicken sandwich
That
got
was,
shit
people
got
were getting killed by them. Saying.
body. You died.
Yeah.
There's people. A couple people died over that.
A couple people's RIP.
Dude, that's sick.
That's a fact. I mean, both RIP for, you know what I'm saying,
So
for the
now-
sandwich and then RIP.
So now we got the
Health-wise.
Arby's diss track.
That's crazy.
To McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? Do McDonald's redo a respond track? Like what?
I mean, you gotta look at it like this. Arby's
Do they
in the
even
bottom
need
of the
that?
they in the bottom of the other food chain, right? So they need to go at the
I mean,
one
they are the
the
beats,
one on
of
top.
course.
Hey, listen. I've never walked into an Arby's. I never.
The curly fries that
Never been into. I don't know what the inside looked like.
it's a little
None of that.
depressing. Inside Arby's.
I could.
It
Yeah.
feels depressing in there, like
Hell
especially if
yeah.
you go to an Arby's out of town, like out of nowhere, and there's an Arby's there. You're like in there, you're like to one person, like
I'm not doing it, twin.
yeah.
I'm going to learn how to
Usually,
fish.
and not for
Uh-huh.
nothing, I'm gonna give you a little tip. Usually, if you go to Arby's out of town and it's like in the middle of nowhere, and you need to find something, actually, your neighborhood Arby's person, and they can help you out find them.
There's a neighborhood Arby's person.
Yeah, the Arby's guy is always the guy. I don't know what it is. They can get you what you need.
It makes sense because you figure if someone could eat Arby's,
Yeah,
they
own
know
something.
about everything.
They know about it.
They've started from the bottom and now they here.
They
You know
made
what I'm
it.
saying?
They made it. It started from the. I don't know. That's crazy. Freaking Arby's probably gave Pusha T a couple mil just to do that.
They had to. They had to drop the bag.
Bro, what is?
But like I'm saying, you got to go to the top dog. Top dog is McDonald's, so that's all they doing. They shooting at the one whoever's on top. McDonald's. Ronald don't have to answer back. Let's be clear. Arby's ain't even on a stratosphere. Let's keep it 100.
Right.
They ain't even a little bit of a battle between them two with that.
Oh my god.
They got it. So they don't got the. Ronald's just laying back, chilling.
He's not even pressing the button. He's worried about. Yo, he's worried about the $1,500 burgers they're selling in Russia.
Right. Yeah, look at that.
That's what he's worried about.
Never losing.
Because you can't sell McDonald's in Russia right now. People are actually saving and freezing their burgers and selling them out there.
Right,
You won't even believe the price. You can Google it if y'all don't believe me. Google the prices of
Out of control,
I got burgers going for like $1,100.
to say the least. Out of control. It's to the point where it's like, okay, you freezing this thing, but even if you buy one, right, and you an hour later you want to heat it up, that's not heating well,
Yeah,
bro.
nah.
Like, what are you doing?
Especially in this world, I don't understand why people.
Like, I
choosing-
could see having it.
No. I was just saying everybody choosing everything to be like a memorabilia or something. Like they just make anything like more
It's
valuable.
heavy.
So now a
Memorabilia.
McDonald's burger that couldn't be sold out there now is worth something. It's ridiculous. Like so they put value on anything these days. Like nothing. It's really mean nothing anymore.
Yeah. But let's keep it real though. There's a lot of times where when I used to be heavy into McDonald's, where I would crave a burger.
Right.
To this day, I crave burger.
Yeah, absolutely.
I need a burger from McDonald's. Like, so it's worth it. I mean, think about it. Like, nah.
Yeah. I mean, if you ain't gonna find, I remember Russia. And we ain't getting no burgers. It was looking like this may be the last night. Had to send that burger.
Might as well, you know what I'm
Send
saying?
that quarter by the end.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
Extra cheese.
But everything is advancing, everything's moving. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Beijing with the new supersonic jet that's going from China all the way into New York in 1 hour.
A
Business,
jet
a supersonic
in
jet.
an hour.
Yes.
Whoa, across the world.
Well,
Wait a
Let me
minute.
play out
Yeah,
a
let's
clip
get
of this. This is crazy. Supersonic. I got y'all.
I mean, so did we invent the time machine yet then? Because if you could do that, it's supersonic.
Jet in China.
China's chilling. I'm just chilling, bro. How do you feel about when they could
Can artificial intelligence make you money in 2022? Well, check out this AI.
If they were to take over, bro, let's just say, hypothetically speaking. Oh, that should go to space.
I think it got to go through space to come over here. That's the fastest way to do it.
I mean,
I can't show you the video. It's only like a subtitle, but it's basically, I think it's going. That's
in
weird.
an hour.
I think they lying to us about so much.
Now it makes sense because look, they had this company, right? I don't know the name. I wouldn't even want to shout them out. There's a company that wants to shoot organs out into space. Well,
Organs?
not space, into the because they have these chambers, just like these chambers that basically hold the organs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the organs will be able to, people need organs, they need them right away, you know what I'm saying, quickly. So when the organs are up there, they could, whatever, I guess, send a message to that thing to go anywhere around in the world
And shoot
in the shortest time it takes any car or any other way of transportation to get that organ. So they want to shoot them out up there and just have them on standby. And when somebody needs an organ ASAP or heart something, it shoots right to them. They hit the and it just comes right to the spot.
That's crazy.
That's a real thing. They want to do that.
You can't make that up.
Yeah.
That's a whole other level right there. Oh my God. It's just so many different things. Yo, here's that new Bing Bong, the new Nims. Let's to play that out. That new Nims track. Shout out to New York with that.
Brooklyn.
Yo, Bing Bong was good, bro. You about to get into your new track?
Fuck your life.
Nims. That was a fire track too.
I think all his tracks are fire. Like I went down the whole. I mean,
he's definitely holding it down right now.
Yeah, I like his style. You know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of a Eminem. In the sense to where he says the most outlandish shit. Like when you listen to his verse, you know that you're gonna hear some shit you never gonna hear nowhere else. It's gonna be disrespectful. It's gonna be funny. It's comedy. It's you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. It's the one he just dropped right here. And shout out to the Bing Bong strain. I had that yesterday. It was amazing.
Yeah, that's fire.
About to get into that whole wolf. And I like his vision.
Put some respect on my name, stupid.
Always in Seattle. Coney Island.
Shout out to Coney Island.
Shout out to Coney Island.
Always watch me. Always gonna be a step behind.
Coney Island be having the shit. Shout out to TOG. Coney
Never
Island.
in my life did I say I want to do exactly what that man is doing. Now, all these rappers is my motherfucking doers. Pussy, pose no threat, never. You a bozo when your bitch is a bozette. By myself, I'll body your whole set. You on the gram wondering what the post next. Calm down, say that shit for the ladies. Dancing on TikTok, say that shit for the babies. Trying to stunt in a 2002 C-Class. My man, that shit is barely a Mercedes. What I said,
Yeah,
that
he's
ain't
so
no rapper,
disrespectful.
car. I got fucking
He
tears in
brings
my
that
eyes
old
from laughing
joking
hard.
back to the whole New York. They used to joke with each other.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I love about it. It's so different. Like it's
That's one thing when Nims do. I like that. He brings that old New York back. You know what I'm saying? Where like
you on the block just getting at each
just
other.
talking like snapping. Get back to snapping. Like, you know what I mean? No violence. Just snapping. You know what I mean? Just talking your shit, getting your bags, feeling your swag. You know what I mean? Getting in your zone. You know what I mean? That's the essence of New York. You know what I mean? Just trash talking. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, my man. Just a little bit.
You see?
You're doing the thing here. Thank you.
Just he be trash talking. This shit is crazy.
The thing I love. Let's be clear. In New York, if you was snapping on somebody, you getting at somebody, it's because we had love for it. Because remember, only my brother could do that to me. Only my brother could snap on me. Only I could let my brother snap on my other brother, and that's how that went.
Right.
So it's basically it was a bond between us. You know what I'm saying? Only we could get at each other. But
Right.
somebody else come get out of the line and try that, and curtains.
Right. That's a fact. That's a fact. And then in school, when you snap on each other, that's a fight.
Yeah,
It's automatically
right.
fight. You know what I'm saying? But it was just a fight. It wasn't going to no guns. Wasn't going to nothing crazy. I mean, you was joking. You had to get to go through the jokes. I feel like today's kids are too sensitive.
Too sensitive.
They can't take criticism. A lot of people can't take criticism. You know what I'm saying? You should be able to take constructive criticism because not everything you're gonna be able to do is right, and you got to be able to hear something to fix yourself. I mean, you got to be able to hear your issues, and like okay, accept it, and not being in your feelings and being able to change it. I feel like today's kids, they can't. A lot of them can't handle that. You know what I mean? Like you know what I'm saying? Just like pressure of someone just looking down on them, or like the social media messed up a lot of that.
They take life too serious, and it's to be fair, you know what I'm saying? They gotta take life serious. Imagine growing up, right? And growing up in a time where there's wars, there's these diseases that's gonna kill you. You gotta wear masks. The things that's happened in the last 3 years is shit that's never happened before, like riots. There's
been riots back in the day.
Not like this. This was something different. That whole George Floyd thing brought a different a whole different energy. Like
the whole
everybody
world
woke up and we were just tired of it.
You know what sucks about that?
You know what I'm saying?
They woke us up, and then next thing you know, people just forgot about it. That's the problem with today's too. I feel like things mean something so serious, and then next thing you know, it'll go away. Like the whole George Floyd thing, I feel like it was a dope thing to have because everybody, literally the whole world was tapped in.
Yeah,
from all over the place.
All over the world.
The next thing you know, by the Black Lives Movement, which I think is like a scam. Like I don't know what's going on with the Black Lives Movement. I don't know. I think that's some type of weird shit.
Has nothing to do with Black Lives.
It's weird. They scamming this shit. Like you know what I'm saying. And I feel like these movements ain't really helping. Like it's because the problem still happens. Some shit they just choose to put out there in the media, and some shit they don't. And then you know how to use it for the time. Then that's it. And then there's something else. You forget about that.
What's right? Isn't that like George? What is his name? George Soros? Like, it wasn't he funding that whole thing
with the Black Lives Matter thing?
Yeah,
that white guy.
They fund George Soros, right?
Yeah, something like that. I think it was a white guy behind.
Yeah, I think it was him.
Make sure
Antifa and all of that. It's so many different situations.
And then you got the conspiracies. Yeah. Let me see. Let me get the correct name so we won't have to.
Then you just have, regular Black brothers and sisters who didn't know anything about that, who saw that movement, heard the name Black Lives Matter, and they supported and represented it.
What's this guy out here? Patrice Coulters, founder, I think.
Coulters.
Let me see who he is. Let's see who that person is.
Yeah, but they're not gonna say who. George Soros is just he's behind the scenes. He's the funder. He in the dark back there. You're not going to hear about him.
She's a founder. They got some other
right.
stuff.
That's who they put up there to show face, right? Because they gotta have a face.
Who is this person? I just don't know. I don't know.
I know for sure they say, George Soros funded, Antifa and
let me see
has something to do with Black Lives Matter. Don't quote
me. How you spell his name?
Soros. I don't even know. That's so hard.
I got him. All right. Like a billionaire investor.
Yeah.
Philanthropist. It's a pretty important character. I didn't even know this guy.
Yeah, he behind the scenes a lot of things. He sparked up a lot of, they have people that they want to get their agenda fulfilled. They cause havoc, and that's what Antifa does.
Smoke and mirrors is for real.
Right, they'll have a bunch of white people or whoever they could find, spark up a fire in a protest where things are already hot tense.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And so
those the people that kind of intensifies the situation.
Right.
And they don't have nothing to do with anything. They just there to make the chaos crazier.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they blend in and make the chaos crazier and keep the people riled up.
Yeah, I love that we
And
have.
they create that for division for us not to
Yeah,
like each other.
Of
You know what I'm
course.
saying? That's the major reason why me and Bernie made this show. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He's a white kid, I'm a black kid, you know what I'm saying? And we let people know that, you know, cultures can come together without the nonsense that the media put out there. You know what I'm
Puerto
saying?
Rican.
I mean, I'm Puerto Rican as well, you know what I'm saying? And we all come together. Like, you know what I'm saying? We should be able to come together without looking at this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the media made us look at stuff where we got to stereotype a little bit because of the areas and stuff like that, whatever. All right, cool. But a person is a person. You know what I mean? I see who you are, and you become, you know, your energy's off. I need to leave you regardless of what ethnic background you are. You know what I'm saying? I don't need your energy around. But, you know, you can't forget about the reality where we live in today. You know what I'm saying? Because being a black man in this society, you know, we at a higher risk. You know what I'm saying? Police, so they're not with the new changing the old mind state of, you know, you guys can be free. You know what I mean? They're with that program, that agenda of making sure the blacks and Spanish people are down. They're the ones that have anything. They're still with that. Then you got the other side that's like, yo, here's everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's no in between with them. You know what I mean? With America, you know what I mean? So with that, you got to just be able to just know how to read the room. That's why I teach my kids. You know, you don't come at somebody because of their background or nothing like that. You see the person for the person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Once that person reveals that they're a piece of shit, then you're like, no, you don't even let them. You just cut that off. You move this way, you get to your bag. You move differently because this energy's out here. People ain't gonna like you just cause.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And now race always been a thing, and we always had to navigate through it. You know, especially out here and all over the place. But race is important enough where they put it in our society where we have to pay attention to it to identify what's what. And it sucks that we have that, but we do have that. And when they do these things, they create division that way. And I don't like that. They create division.
I feel like with guys like George Soros, and once you reach that level, it's not about race. It's about power and money.
Okay.
And it just so happens that in this country, you know, the races that generate the most money is, you know, they make more money off of our blood, sweat, and tears than anything else. So they try to keep that in place.
They're not even trying to stop.
They're not trying to let their foot off the gas.
They're trying to make it ignite it.
Right.
Keep igniting it. It's just money. Like even with the music, like they make these black rappers fight against each other.
Yeah,
they really do that. You know what I'm saying?
Talk about killing, murder. Talk about selling drugs. Talk about all of that. Don't
make
talk
sure
about
you're doing it. Nothing positive.
Nothing positive.
Just talk about that shit that's gonna keep killing yourselves. Like, you know what I'm saying? And we make money off it and we get rid of y'all.
Yeah. They need to fund the jails. We all know this. This is nothing new, right? We all know this. We've opened our eyes to these kinds of tricks that they play, and it's like I feel like when it comes down to, I feel like white people always have in the back of their mind, not all of them, I'm just saying the ones that's, you know, with this the shits, the racist ones, that they're going to become extinct somehow, some way.
Hope so.
You know what I'm saying? And
we need this. We need that.
You know when somebody feels guilty because they blame you for something because they feel guilty, they do it. That's how it is.
Right.
They've done it so many times to so many people that it's like in the back of their head, it's stuck there. Like, oh, we're gonna go extinct. We can't. We gotta keep making sure that we preserve the.
We gotta open up a school to train people to think this way.
Yeah,
and they'll do that.
Yeah,
they will really do it. And they will buy an area where no one can come into, and then train their people that way. And they really do it.
Yo, is it crazy to think that? Imagine everybody was just like, everybody was just to you know, procreate with a different race, right? Just a different race. Well, everyone. Like you can't procreate with your own race, right? Everybody's.
You have to go with somebody else.
What would in 30 years? What would be the outcome of that? No one would be of one race, and then how would you be racist? Like, right? Because everyone.
You just have to just judge somebody by their character, and that's how
right.
you should do.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I remember one time they had this thing where Kanye was mad that the teacher told his daughter that she was black. And I'm like, what? But then it makes sense because at that age they don't even know, they don't know nothing about that. The class, the kids in the class didn't know they were white, they didn't know they was black, they didn't know anything. It just seemed a little different, but they didn't know of that programming that society already had put on them. So when she had told her that she was black, whatever the case may be, and he got upset, like, yo, why would you tell my kid that? I'm already trying to program them differently so they can appreciate everybody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, this, that, and the third, it was like a big thing about it.
Mhm.
And at first I was like, he was bugging out, but then, it kind of makes sense because, this is not right. This is not who I am. I'm from somewhere. You know what I'm saying? This is just, I could be in the sun all day and it could be that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You judging this for, like, that's horrible. You know what I mean? Judging a man by his character.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But in the world of perception and how things are perceived, you got to really carry yourself a certain way and pray that it takes you and pray that it holds you down. And those are areas where they just don't care who you are. You know what I mean? Because this color thing is for real. You know what I mean? And that is embedded in a lot of the racist people's minds, and it's generational. So it's going down and down and down. So you got to be careful. You could be doing everything right, and it just be that day that you may not come home because of how real that race is. Racist shit is. So it's a real tricky thing and sensitive subject, and it's really no right and wrong in there because you could tell your kid to do everything the right way. Everything the right way. Say what he needs to say to the officer and everything. And it just might be that day that like he don't give a shit, and that's it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
like driving. Like I tell people, out here, you got people from all over the world coming over here to party, right?
Right.
So it's not a regular place. You got people come from all over the world, literally, to come here
to party.
Drink. And then, they get these rentals, they drive. So I tell everyone, you have to drive here it doesn't matter how good you drive. Everybody used to tell me, oh, I'm good. I'm a great driver. I drive good. I never get into accidents. It has nothing to do with you.
Right.
Because now you got to be a defensive driver because you got people from everywhere. And it's the other person.
Right.
It's always the other person.
And they're smacked. They on drugs. They on this, that, and the third.
So that's the same way you got to teach your kids to go through life. You got to be defensive and be on point and know how to analyze things. Not be defensive like, oh, have your guards. But I'm talking about make people earn your trust, your loyalty. You always have those things, right? But make sure the people that you keep around you earned them. You know what I'm saying? Because the people that you have around you is a reflection of you, and you're only going to get as far as people around you. So,
you got to be tested a little bit to see who's worth it to be around you. You know what I mean? So I don't know. You got your defense wins games. So me personally, I always try to keep a defense, but not like a standoffish where like I'm offensive to whatever you're doing, like kind of like to be defending, like, okay, see what's up, then I counter what I think or whatever it is.
Right.
So to assess the room. I got this thing where I tell my kids, read the room. Then we see what's going on, see the energies in there. Okay, if you see that energy's acting that way, you subtract yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're doing this, whatever, your friends are doing that, and you guys are all black. You know what I mean? You don't be a part of that, or whatever the case may be. No matter what it is, read the room, read the energy, learn when to speak, when not to speak, and then pull back. Don't feel you got to absorb their energy because they're on 1,000.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You always find your way out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because the conflict at the end of the day is like, at the end, you're going to be like, damn, I wish I never got into that, or this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? So with a lot of even racist people or people who are just angered and all the different avenues that don't just come in with straight hate, you see that, you got to know how to navigate that and get away from it. Or if you feed into it, you know what's going to come after that. You know what I'm saying? So and then if you can't get away, you got to defend yourself. And if you could, you do your thing. You know what I mean? So that's how I look at that.
Can we talk about something?
Yeah, go ahead, go. Get into it.
Putting race aside for a minute, right? I mean, black and white right now. But it's come to a different type of race, right? It's definitely America and basically the world against Russia. What do you feel about like Russia, like that whole situation with Russia? Like it opened people's eyes to the fact that we really live in an anomaly. Like this, America is a different breed. Like we're different. Like we really, it opened my eyes to how much I have to hold where I'm at, this country, and this democracy, at heart, because other places is not nowhere near like that. Like it's crazy how they're living, how they get, a certain amount of information, and that's just the information they're given. So it's like they live in a completely different world,
a whole nother bubble.
It's like, when do we tell ourselves, all right, we're the only ones doing that, because the rest of the world against us is like it's kind of crazy. Like you would think that the rest of the world would be,
I feel like these leaders, these, excuse me, these leaders across the world, and
Let me be clear. Hold on, before you start that. Not to cut you off, but look, I'm saying, I get Russia, I get Putin, even if he has a legitimate side, like they're legit. Like he's worried about, uh, us setting up all type of military bases and shit around them, which is only so, right? Because if we don't get along, and my neighbor and he's got all type of pit bulls, and
I should be.
I'm like, whoa, hold
I need to be
on,
defensive,
wait, what's
but-
going on here? So, but it's like, do we really want him? Like his own people suffering, like he violates his own people. So it's like, when do we be like, it's
feel like-
scary that he could wind up one day eventually taking over,
Yeah, on some Hitler.
But does he have to go? Because I feel like, I liked Putin back in the day, but I feel like he has to go.
I feel like all dictatorships has to.
They
go.
all gotta go.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Dictatorships and people that live in that type of fear of being able to speak. Because even out here, honestly, even though it's not like we're free, you can't really say what you want to say out here either. I mean, you can say it to a degree, but if it gets notoriety, somebody will check you too. It's just not as blatant and horrible as other worlds, or we're not torturing like the other worlds, but we do our own damage differently. Ours just look better to me personally.
Right.
You know what I mean, our stuff that we do to our own people, like 9/11, like we dress. I don't care what no one says. I feel like we did 9/11. You know what I'm saying? But we made it seem like it was the other people. We're great at changing the narrative and making other people, but we still part of that dictatorship too. I feel like we're a part of that as well, in a way. I mean, here we just can do whatever we want. You know what I mean? Whatever they allow to a degree. And there's always that stop. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get checked.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Somehow, some way, you're free, but up in here. You know what I mean? We got a better illusion out here. I feel that we have a better illusion. I feel like, in Russia.
No, let's be clear. We're as free as look, we gotta remember we're in a society. In a society, you have to pay to live in a society, right? Because if you don't, what are you gonna you have to live off the land, right? You have to live, you want to live free. You have to live free. You got to get your own food. You got to hunt for it.
Yeah.
You got to build your own shelter. You have to. Those are the things you have to do to be free. When people be like, "Oh, we're not free. We're as free as we supposed." Do you really want to be free, or do you want this air conditioner?
But they never had that. We never had the opportunity to say that we wanted.
You want this electricity?
Yo, we're not from that. It's like Florida. I would have never thought when they would have been comfortable with this heat. Now I got used to it.
Right.
You see, so they stripped away what we could have been.
Yeah, they make it.
So because even back then they saying that they were more advanced back then than we are now because it's just technology doing it. But you had more to rely on your brain back then.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You had to rely on your mental and everything and your creativity more than now. Now technology is taking over and all this other stuff. So
you know how to do basic stuff.
Yeah.
Build a fire.
Yeah, I can't name how many people. I can't even name a person know how to do a fire now. Who? I don't know. You probably know how to make a fire.
I do, but I'm pretty sure.
But I bet you if we didn't have none of this and we had to do fire, we could do it like this.
I mean, I know how, but to actually do it.
But if it was our life, we wouldn't trip. Maybe before it was better. Who knows?
Yeah, practice makes perfect.
This life that they gave us, we kind of like accept it because without a choice.
It's comfortable.
We didn't have a choice to think anything else. Anything else is going to be uncomfortable.
That's facts.
This is what we grew up into. So the people outside of other places, even though it may seem bad to us, they grew up in that. So we don't know how they really. Some of them that get enlightened, because us that's enlightened out here don't like the government. So I can only imagine people that's enlightened out there, they don't like the government either. They got those people too. So it's kind of the same difference. It's just that what they believe in. Because even when those people from out of town come here, they don't even do half the stuff that we do. They shut up their businesses first.
Mm-hmm.
They get their houses first.
They know what's important.
They know what's important. So a lot of stuff that we kind of like, we kind of get caught more into the American dream, and we get caught up in that versus what the self dream is or whatever you are. But you don't even know what you really want because they gave you these images of what you would to pick from.
Right.
So everything in our mind, like I want to be this rich guy, or I want to be that person, or this one, because they gave us that. Right. What if I just want to if we didn't have none of that, then my days would be just going out there and having a good day going to the water.
Right.
getting some natural food, eating food, appreciating the flowers, appreciating this,
Your
doing what
family,
spend
spending
time with your
doing
family,
these things,
doing
with
these
your
things,
family, teaching
everything
them
you
how
love
to do those things.
stripped you from your family right now because now we got to go out there and grind and go hustle
That is
hard.
a fact.
We got to go do this. People in New York working 3-4 jobs
Yeah.
just to buy a name.
Shit, people here.
And yeah, just to buy a name, and we consider it free because we're able to do it. But are we really free? We working that hard? Look at us, we work hard. We be out all grinding, do whatever the case may
We're
be.
slaves to our own.
We're slaves. We're just another slave. We just got more parameters. We just got to our knowledge. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. And
it's true though.
These people, they know a lot more because their families is in place, and they told them they got a little edge of these controlling, ruling people. And I feel like Putin is one of those people that, because he was in the CIA, he knows how to exploit people, how to do this. He has so much of knowledge that regular common folk don't. You know what I mean? So to us, we may be feeling like, I met a lady in Walmart the other day. She said that, people are mad at Putin, but they're not even talking about how Ukraine cut off the water supply to them. Like some big water thing. Like, I'm like, why? Because that's what they're not talking about. He said people are mad, but they don't know, Russia's not about that. You know what I'm saying? I said, damn, that's crazy. The water's big.
So let me ask you something.
But I'm not saying that's everything. I don't even know if that's true or not. But for somebody to bring that up, that's something we don't know. And I just bring that up to say it's so much that we don't know.
Right.
And they
but
only giving us
shouldn't know, right? Because
and it shows what they want to tell us.
I feel like we shouldn't know everything, right? I don't want to know everything because it's like, let's just suppose, right? Let's hypothetically for right now. You just said, I think all dictators gotta go, right? And that's true. I feel like they should go because that's not no way to live. Because no one person should be in rule for so, like Putin's been for over 20 years. For so many people for so long, eventually people go crazy. They get, like, you know what I'm saying? Anything can happen.
I think they do go crazy.
They do.
Look at China. Them niggas, the families never changed.
But look, you saying that they need to go, right? So we do what we need to do to make that happen, and that's when 9/11s happen, right? Because there's cost to this freedom thing. It's not free.
It's not free.
So when things like that happen, and like as an American, people say, "Oh, we knocked down the Twin Towers so we could go run up in that country and do this and that, and look at all the foul stuff we did." Yeah, but you're also free, right? As free as you could get as a person, right? You're also living better than anybody else in this world, right? In every other country.
Some people don't like living here.
So there's a cost to that, and it's like we're playing chess, right? America's playing chess, and yeah, they got to do things to make that happen. Yeah, we have to start a war. Like, this war, it wasn't random. This
was not random.
This was not random. This was all calculated very carefully. Like, we're not stupid.
This was not random.
The United States been on this. They've been waiting to do this. They
actually kind of started this a little bit.
Yeah, too. They know that people are manipulative, and through social media and all these things, that's how they could sway certain things to happen. So they mastered it. They've been mastered it, and they're making Putin look like a monster, and he's wrong, and he's doing all of this. He's picking on this poor country that.
And I don't think it's all like that. Exactly, that's how
it's not. But
it's half and half.
What you got to do, what you got to do, like I said, to get these guys up out of here. Because in the end of the day, think about it. Putin's getting older. He's getting more disgruntled. He's getting. Listen. You need to get them out of there. So I'm not mad. I love my country. I love the things they do. The government does foul shit, but at the same time, hey, it is what it is. So I'm proud to have a government that do foul shit for us in the name of freedom. And I'm not just saying for us. I'm saying like this. It'll eventually let's just say Putin's up out of there, right? I'm pretty sure they got the next puppet they're gonna prop up there to be all cordial with NATO and us and everything, and it's gonna play nice. But that's gonna liberate the people there. That's gonna change their life. That's gonna give them a lot more options and freedoms to do what they want to do for their families. So it's like, yeah, like I feel like it's the move, and sometimes you just gotta do foul shit to get where you need to get. You know what I'm saying?
And America definitely got a list longer foul shit to get to where we get. I can hear what we do. But Like, because at the end of the day, you can dress up and make it sound as pretty as you want. You're going to the war, you're going to kill somebody.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I recommend our people going to the army. But we do know you about to go body somebody, and that's some ugly shit that has to be done for our freedom.
And at the end of the day, shout out to Ukraine. Shout out to everybody fighting, the men, the women, the kids, all of that. Because at the end of the day, them people came to their country with the guns and this and that. So you gotta defend yourself at all costs, no matter what the argument, right? Because if you argue with somebody, right, and you're arguing and you're not getting nowhere, but you still arguing, the person who throws the first punch, you know, you got to defend yourself against that. And then he's wrong because y'all could have argued with him, got tired of it and been like, you know what, came to an agreement, but you decided to punch him in the face.
Right.
So there's no agreement now. Now it's violence.
Yeah.
So, you know, Russia jumped out the window and now they gotta hold that. So whatever comes with that, you know what I mean?
Hold it, Russia.
Hold that, Putin.
You know what I'm saying? But yo, you know what I mean? You split us live with Bernie and Boogz. Got my man Jay with me here. Bernie, enjoy fucking Jamaica, you lucky bastard.
Bomba class.
These niggas out there living life, man. Shout out to Bird. You know what I mean? Love you guys. Pardon me for not being here for a couple weeks. Y'all been grinding, working hard, you know what I'm saying? So you're gonna see me back, you know, more active with it, you know what I mean? So you guys have a great weekend, great Sunday.
Yes,
stay blessed. We out of here and let's get it.